What's up, beauties? Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to everyone. It's been about a week since I've been on here, maybe a week and a half. I hope everyone is having an amazing 2021 so far. I know everybody was so happy to say bye-bye to 2020. 2020 was horrible. It was tumultuous. We all know. So we just want to kind of leave that behind. I would say that it's been a very interesting 2021 so far. But nonetheless, I wish you all love, peace, prosperity. I hope all of your dreams come true. You smash your goals, all of that good shit. So, if you don't know me, my name is Tia Simone, and over on this channel here, we do beauty, tutorials, lots of first impressions, a little bit of gossip, commentary, and if that sounds something you think you would enjoy, please make sure you subscribe because it means the world to me. And it's pretty much a video that a lot of people have been waiting for. I've had a lot of people message me, and I've had a couple people in the comments ask me to do a brow tutorial. And brows are tricky. They're very, very tricky. I do have a brow tutorial up on my channel, but it's from last year, so it's very outdated. So I thought that I would do a very simple, easy video today and do a more updated brow routine. The only thing is that I would say my brow routine has changed a little bit, but it's not that much different than how I've always done it. And also, we will be having a little bit of commentary for makeup and mindset. We're going to do a little bit of makeup and mindset for this video. There's just some things that I want to talk about towards the end of the video when we're done with the brows, because when you're doing brows, you got to concentrate. You can't be talking too much. So let's get started. The one thing I can say about brows is you definitely have to take your time with it. You're not going to get it the first try. Brows are evolving. They're changing. Last year it was the, structured and sharp Instagram brow, and this year a lot of people are gravitating more to natural brows and very bushy brows. I don't have bushy brows, and it took me too long to learn how to contour my brows, and I'm not gonna go and undo it. I don't have enough brow hairs to do the whole bushy brow. If you guys want me to do like a tutorial on that, I can, because I can mimic little brow hairs, but that's gonna take me longer than it actually would for me to just contour my brows. So the first thing that you are going to need is, unless you've done it the day before or whatever, what I have been using, and I actually got this for Christmas, best Christmas present ever. So this is a brow trimmer. It looks just like this, and you open it up and then you turn on the switch. You can get these anywhere. You can get this at Walmart. They're one of those as seen on TV brow shapers, and it has a light on it, and all you do is go under, make sure you pull, that way you can get every hair, and you just go under, and it literally just shaves, just trims your brow hairs. And you want to get all of those brow hairs that stick out right there. If you pluck them, then you're going to want to pluck them, whatever it is that you choose to do. The pomade that I'm using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade Granite. And so I do not spend $20 to $30 on a brow pencil. That's ridiculous, because the pomade is enough as it is. However, this pomade will last you for months. And this is the Nakak brow pencil, and it's in the shade Black, and it comes with a little spoolie at the end. You're going to need a concealer brush, and the concealer brush is simply for cleaning up your brows, and any kind of mistake that you made is just going to give them a more structured and defined look. That's what the concealer is going to do, and you're going to need a full coverage concealer. Now, I used to use Tarte Shape Tape, and I still do sometimes. However, Tarte Shape Tape is high-end and it's expensive, so I don't like using it all the time to carve out my brows, because when I do that, I run out of it too fast. So another good substitution for the Tarte Shape Tape is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. I just actually picked up more of this today, and the first thing I do is I brush up my brows. Like, look at my brows, they are pathetic, for real. I'm gonna take my brow pencil first, and I'm gonna start at the bottom. Now I'm gonna start right here in the middle, and the reason why I'm gonna start in the middle is because I want it to be more natural in the front. So I will start in the middle and avoid the front as much as possible. So I'm making a line on the bottom first, and then I'm going to go on the top. And it's not like I have really thin brows. My brows are very, very light too. That's another reason why I don't like my brows. Okay, so I'm still staying away from the front, and this is literally just a rough draft. This is all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go over to my other brow and do the same thing. Brush your brows up, that way you know where you're starting, like under your brows. You start right in the middle, and you kind of just follow your natural brow growth. That's all you do. And then I will take it up top. So as you can see, I'm kind of creating more of a brow by starting with a pencil. Starting with a pencil is an extra step, but it really does help, especially if you're a beginner and you love using pomades. It helps tremendously. So if you use a pencil, then you would go ahead and fill it in, but I'm going to go in with a pomade. And I'm going to take my Anastasia pomade. I'm almost out. As you can see, I need to get more tomorrow. And I'm going to use this Real Techniques brow brush. I don't know if I'm going to like this, but we'll give it a whirl and see. And I'm going to just take some products, just a little bit at a time. You don't need a lot. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in. And it's pretty much just like connecting the dots. You're filling this in, but you're still staying away from the front. You don't want to go anywhere near the front, because now that you filled it in, you're going to take your spoolie and you're going to blend all of it in. And as you blend it in, that product will lightly gravitate towards the front. It'll lightly move to the front. See that? Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the other side and do the same thing. It's literally like connecting the dots. I'm just filling it in. And then shying away from the front, and then you're just going to kind of brush that product all the way towards the front, and that's going to give you that more lighter look up in the front, that more blended look. So once I'm done filling my brows in, sometimes I will take my brush and pinch it like this just to make it a little bit more sharper, or just take my paper towel and pinch it, whatever floats your boat, and I will make little hair-like strokes like this, very lightly. It's not necessary, but I do like to do this. But if you have thicker brows, you don't have to do this. God bless you. You're so blessed to have thick brows. So while I was off camera and I had to change my battery, I went ahead and did this brow. So this is when the magic happens. This is, to me, this is the most important part of the brow routine, because you see how this brow looks like it just got freshly waxed. That's what we're going to do. So you're going to want to grab your full coverage concealer. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my concealer brush, and you can either put some on your hand, or I just take a little bit off of there, just a little bit. And I'm going to start at the bottom first. So I call this like your magic eraser. It's going to clean up your brows. It's going to define your brows. It's going to make your brows look so much better overall. It's going to make them look like you just got them freshly waxed out of the beauty salon. So I'll start down here first. Let me make sure you guys can see. And it's not necessary. Like, some people don't like to do this, and you don't have to, but you can see already how much this cleaned up the brow. It just makes your brows look so much better. This is nice too, this definer brush, because it's very, I like the way it picks up color. Real Technique brushes are bomb. And I will just kind of paint it down. Normally, I always do my brows first, so it'll probably mess up my eye makeup, but that's okay. And I will just brush down the concealer like that, and then I'll go up on the top. On the top, you can use your concealer, or you can wait until you put on your foundation and use your foundation, because obviously your foundation is going to match your skin tone. But I don't do that. I just use the same concealer, and what I'll do is I'll just blend it out really good. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, and I'm just going to blend out this concealer. Of course, it's going to mess up my makeup, but it's okay. We're here for the brows, not the makeup, right? Okay, so the last thing that you are going to need is a brow gel, like a brow mascara, tinted brow mascara, anything like that. It could be clear, it could be tinted. Some days I like clear, some days I like tinted. And what I've been loving lately is the Milk Makeup Kush Fiber brow gel, and this is in the shade Diesel. So I've been actually really loving this, and my brows don't move. I will just take this tiny little thing right here, it's very tiny, and when I apply my brow gel, I brush my brows up. And I do like the fiber gel because it kind of gives you a little bit more brows, and it just diffuses the color in your brows, see, and it makes it look a little bit more subtle and put together. And I seriously hope you guys enjoyed this. It's very hard. That's the one thing I will say. And I understand why a lot of beauty influencers don't do a lot of brow tutorials, because it can be very tough, because the way that you do your brows on camera can, I don't know, can be too much. It's a lot of steps, and trying to teach a lot of those kind of steps, especially when you're not a teacher, it can be a little bit difficult to convey on camera, if that makes any sense at all. But I'm going to talk to you guys for a minute, because I want to talk to you guys about Katie. And I also came up with an idea that on a lot of days for makeup and media, I'm going to go live on YouTube, because I want to do a panel. I want to have people come on the panel with me and give their opinions. I want to be able to get to know you guys, and I think the best way to do that is definitely going live. So that's going to be really soon, so be on the lookout for me going live, probably starting next week, because I would rather, when I film something, for example, yesterday I filmed a whole video and I was ranting about Katie for makeup and media, but then the next day something else happens, and the next day something else happens, and then it's like I cannot keep up. So it's so much better if I'm just going live, and things could happen while I am live and I'll be able to tell you guys. You know what I mean. I understand now why a lot of creators go live, because it's a good way to interact with your subscribers, and also it's because it's a good way to give you guys the information and rant about it right on the spot. Because once I film that video, then I'm like, damn, I want to say that in that video too, but I can't because it already happened and I already filmed it, right? So yeah, be on the lookout for me going live. But if you guys, probably, I'm sure you guys know that Katie's bodyguard, you might as well call her a bodyguard, because she pretty much always stuck up for Katie. Katie can never do no wrong to her. She's called herself Katie's bodyguard. I think Katie has called her a bodyguard, and A year ago, Katie was saying that Lori was her best friend. Lori has definitely attacked a lot of people for Katie. Definitely. She has went hard for Katie. But recently, since this lawsuit has come about, obviously we have been seeing Katie crumble. And definitely is not doing very good under pressure with this lawsuit. It's definitely taking her to a place where I think that she, and just in my personal opinion, I think that she needs some kind of mental help. That's just my opinion. But now Lori has turned against Katie, and she has said things against Katie and has signed an affidavit for Tati's attorney saying that she's from Washington and saying that she was Katie's friend, and also spilling a lot of other tea about Katie, that Katie has told her to threaten people before, all kinds of stuff. If you want to know about it in detail, all you have to do is go over to Emily Baker's channel, where she is the badass attorney. I think she's amazing. I seen a recent video of hers, which it was made 3 years ago on TED Talk, and it was just such a motivational speech of everything that she has struggled with throughout her life, having attention deficit disorder and just struggling and having a learning disability, I'm pretty sure, and she turned all of that into being an attorney. If that's not motivation for you, I don't know what is. So if you want details about this whole case and what's going on between Lori and Katie, definitely go check out Emily Baker's channel, because she goes in detail, and she's an attorney and she knows how to tell y'all better than I could. But regardless, people are shocked that Lori turned against Katie, and I don't understand why people are shocked over it. Katie threw Lori under the bus. When Tati's attorney found out that Lori is from Washington and is a paying subscriber of Katie's, Katie throws Lori under the bus, saying, I don't know her, I've never been friends with her, never will be friends with her. I would do the same damn thing. I'd be like, okay, I'm not your friend, bitch. I never was your friend after all the shit that I've done for you and how I've stuck up for you and all your bullshit different personalities that I had to put up with. Well, guess what? I'm about to turn against your ass. I say bravo to Lori for doing it, because Katie fucking deserves it, okay? That's all I have to say. There's nothing to be surprised about with this shit. Like, people, oh my god, I can't believe Lori did that. Yeah, no. I knew as soon as I seen that video of Katie pretty much throwing Lori under the bus, like she throws everybody under the bus because she don't give a fuck about nobody but her damn self. She don't care about nobody but herself. She is a narcissist. She's a psychopath. And that is my opinion, okay? And I'm entitled to it. But I'm not surprised. If Lori is the type of person of how everybody has described her to be, and she's a bulldog and she's attacking people for Katie, what makes people think that Katie throwing her under the bus, that she wouldn't attack back? You think she's just going to stick by Katie's side, even though Katie says, you know, allegedly Lori had even tried to talk to Katie about Katie denying her, and I think she lied on Lori, giving a different address, all kinds of shit, and Katie wanted nothing to do with her. After everything that Lori has done for her, I say I'm glad she did it, and I'm not surprised. I knew she was going to do the shit. I don't feel bad for Katie at all. The only thing I hope and pray for next is that all the subscribers that she dogs out every single day and that she treats like shit that are paying members, the only thing I could hope for is that maybe one day they will maybe snap into reality and understand that this woman is selfish and is not appreciative towards the platform that she has and towards the people who take money out of their pocket and that are pretty much probably paying her mortgage and her attorney fees and everything else in her house, because she is a sole bread earner in her home. You would think that maybe the only thing I can hope for is that one day her subscribers will finally snap into reality and see who she truly is, and they turn on her too. I'm watching a live of hers last night, and she was talking about something very, very serious, and how she almost lost her son. And this was yesterday, and I guess it was her son's anniversary of the day that he almost passed away, but he didn't, thank God. God bless her and her family, and definitely the medical problems that her son has. That part is something that I would never talk about. I would never talk about her son. But the one thing that I will say is that Katie has been on a rampage attacking everyone for the past 3 days. And now, all of a sudden, yesterday, it's the anniversary of the day that her son almost passed. And that's the reason why she's been on a rampage. That's the excuse of why she was acting the way that she has been acting. You know, she gets on her live, and she, you know, first she goes on her Katie Joy live, and she's talking about how, you know, pretty much PTSD, and that could definitely cause PTSD, you know, almost losing your child, and it being the anniversary of that. That's, you know, I know how it is when you lose a loved one and you think about the day that it happened, and it happens with me a lot, and I'll talk to you guys about that one day. I understand that, but to me, it was a perfect timing for her to do that, in my personal opinion, because she's been attacking everybody. She's been flipping out on her subscribers. She keeps fucking talking about Trump and Republicans, and trashing Trump and Republicans. And all I have to say about that is that you can trash Trump and your and the Republicans if you want to, but just remember that probably half of the people who are subscribed to you and who pay your mortgage every fucking month, just know that they're probably Republicans. She's offending her core audience of Republicans or conservatives, and she keeps going on and on and on about it. And if you're a Republican, you can unsubscribe from me. Look, I don't like Trump, and I don't necessarily like the things that he has done, but I'm not going to offend a whole party because of what Trump has done, because not every Republican thinks like those trashy Republicans that went to DC and did domestic terrorism. That's just common sense. You can't categorize every Republican into what certain Republicans do, and that is exactly what she's doing. You know, I think Katie is intelligent, but sometimes I don't know if she's intelligent, because some of the things that she does is just flat out dumb. Like, you don't sit there and offend your conservative audience and people who are Republicans and categorize and say, all of you Republicans who support him and who support what he did, blah, 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 you can unsubscribe from me. I really wish that they would, because I'm telling you right now, half of her subscribers are probably Republicans. She just has no appreciation for her subscribers and her paying members. So she gets on a live last night, and she's confiding in her paying members. She always goes on live, but she makes it to where nobody can comment on her chat except for her paying members. So she's talking about how she almost lost her son, and she's, you know, telling the story of it, and it's a very sad story, and my heart goes out to her. But her audience, her subscribers, are talking to her and also talking amongst each other, because that's what you're supposed to do in a chat, right? You're supposed to talk with each other, especially when you confide in something so, I don't know, it's very serious. And then obviously she's going to bring out feelings in her paying members, and they're going to start talking about maybe they have lost a son. And there was a specific woman in there, maybe two, I don't know, that had recently lost a son to the same thing that Katie almost lost her son with. And Katie gets mad and she says, you guys aren't paying any attention to me. And if I can put up a clip, I will put up a clip right in here. But it was just the most, it literally shocked the hell out of me. I could not believe that she did that to paying members. I wouldn't do that to my subscribers, let alone paying members that pay you. I don't know how much she charges. What she charge, like $10, $20 a month? I don't know. But yet she's getting pissed off and yelling at her paying members for commenting and talking amongst each other, because once this specific woman confided and said, I know how you feel, Katie. I lost my son. I don't know if it was recently. I'm not sure exactly when it was, but she confided and said she lost her child. She actually lost her child. Katie's child, thank God, is still here. So instead of Katie getting in with the chat and saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you lost your child and I know how it feels, and she gets pissed and starts yelling at her paying members and cusses them out and tells them, you guys aren't paying any attention to me. Like, I'm not here to talk about what's going on with you guys. This is supposed to be about me, and you're not paying attention to me. That woman pisses me off so bad. She is so unappreciative to anything. She doesn't deserve anything. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. And I'm not gonna even talk about it no more because it's pissing me off. She talks to her subscribers like they're children, like they mean nothing to her. You are there, you're a paying member, you're there to listen to her. You're not supposed to talk amongst each other and confide in one another, even though that's what you're supposed to do in a chat. When you have a live and there's a chat going on, you're all supposed to communicate with one another and building a community by getting close with one another and obviously consoling one another, not just her. And to top it all off, you didn't lose your son. This lady lost her child. My heart goes out to the lady who lost her child, and rest in peace to her beautiful baby that she lost. But then you have Katie, who could give a fuck less. And yet you're sitting here on live, running your fucking mouth, blabbing your mouth, which I can't stand. Her voice is like nails on a fucking chalkboard. You're sitting there running your damn mouth when instead of complaining on your live, trying to get people to empathize with you so they can give you fucking, what do you call them things? Super chats, giving you money. That's the only reason why she did it. She wanted people to empathize with her and feel sorry for her because of the ass that she's been acting like prior. Cussing out members, cussing out Republicans that are subscribed to her. Okay? Going after BX Beast Boy, AT2, Real the Entertainer, freaking Leslie Bass. So she attacks everybody. But yet, instead of apologizing, she goes on her live and talks about something very, very, very sad that happened to her, so everybody can feel bad for her, because her excuse is, now I know why I've been on edge, because it's the anniversary. Everything's an excuse. Instead of just getting on Twitter, I swear that woman did like 200 tweets in a day. You get on Twitter and just say, I'm sorry for what I said, blah 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 blah. But no, she can't do that. It's repulsive. Okay? And instead of being on your live complaining about how you almost lost your son, how about get off the live, get off Twitter, get off IG, get off Facebook, get off Snapchat, get off everything and go spend time with your child. There's a thought. I can't. I'm done talking about her. And she said that to her paying members. My jaw dropped. You don't say that to your subscribers. But you definitely don't go there with people who take money out of their pocket to support you. Especially during these difficult, trying, hard times. That means that your subscribers and paying members must really love you enough to know that it's hard to have a YouTube and you have to invest in yourself, and it does take a lot of time. And they are doing the best that they can to show her that they care. And what is she doing to show her subscribers and paying members that she cares? What is she doing? Nothing but cussing y'all out every fucking day. And that is exactly why I have a video that says, Dear Katie subscribers, shame on you. Eventually, hopefully one day y'all wake up, because it's only going to get worse. She don't admit that she has a problem, and it is very blatantly clear that this woman, something ain't right with her. I am not a psychologist. This is all my opinion, but I'm not the only one that feels this way. She is losing it. She gets worse and worse every single day. And this lawsuit, it's going to be a while before this lawsuit is over. So, okay. So this is the end of my rant. I'm done talking about this. Like I said, be on the lookout for me to go live. I hope that this brow tutorial that I did helps one of you guys or a few of you guys. Let me know down in the comments below, what brow products do you use if you struggle with brows, and let me know down in the comments below what you think about a brow series, like me using different brow products, trying out different brow products, but doing my brows, testing it out. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the whole Katie thing. Let's get a discussion popping, but be respectful towards one another, okay? And be respectful towards without a crystal ball, okay? I'm gonna go to sleep for a couple hours until my son wakes up. I love you guys. Please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Press the notification bell so you can be notified of all of my future uploads, and make sure you give me a big thumbs up or a big thumbs down. Is all interaction, whatever, right? And also just know that you are beautiful. Forget about the IG models, the Fashion Nova models, with them looking so perfect, or what society wants to mold as what perfect is supposed to be. We all have flaws. None of us is perfect. Everything is a show on IG. Everything is a show on Fashion Nova. Perfect does not exist. Embrace your imperfections, your flaws, because imperfections are what makes you beautiful. So embrace them, rock them, look in the mirror, tell yourself how beautiful you are every day, and be proud of yourself. I will see you guys on the next one in a couple days.